Hello there, welcome to Homekeepers. Come right on in, my friend. We're so glad to have you with us. And every day I say, if you're a brand new viewer, don't let this be the last time that you join us. And I, again, always want to thank you for your correspondence and for your gifts and everything. I just get such a kick out of reading your emails and little notes that you put, when you order a recipe or something. It means a lot. We live in such a fast-paced society, and when someone takes the time to write a little note in this culture, it's very special, and we do thank you. I'm very thrilled, and so is the crew, the whole crew here, to have Deborah Ray. She is one of our longtime favorites, and kind of feels like one of us when she comes in. Last time she was here, we talked a little bit about COVID, and we want to do a little update on that, but really we want to major today on talking about the brain. I've mentioned before how thankful I am for researchers and doctors. They keep studying, keep probing, keep learning, and this is an area that we really need to know about because people are developing Alzheimer's and dementia seemingly at younger and younger ages. So we're going to see what we can find out about that. And I'm glad she's here. And I'm anxious to try the recipe. Like most of America, I love pasta. And this is a linguine with silky mushroom sauce. It's got fresh spinach in it and some ingredients that will make it just a little bit different probably than any pasta dish you've had. Now, I again want to offer you the red letter words of Jesus, and I'll tell you why. We have kind of a program where Wanda and Stephanie and I sat around and talked about this and gave opportunity to order it, and we aired it last week, and the calls just poured in. And I thought, well, maybe there are people who wanted to call and they couldn't get in, or something postponed it, so here it is again. This book is for $15, and I just love it because the words of Jesus are on the right side of the page, and there's a little bit of an explanation on the left side of that particular passage in the words of Jesus in that instance. And it's only $15. So the information's on your screen, but also, like my good friend Stephanie, she shops for Christmas all year long. And a $15 gift is that's a good deal. So you might want to think about that. 1-800-229-0059 if you use plastic. And if you write a check, write to us at the Post Office Box 6922, Clearwater, Florida 33758. And I'm with the aforementioned Stephanie. Been doing any Christmas shopping? This is February.
I'm doing something different this year.
Oh, you are?
I am. Let me get some mushrooms and some butter.
That's a whole package of fresh sliced mushrooms.
Yes, so I want to get that cooking. Mm-hmm. I also have a half a pound of linguine already cooked, a half a cup of chicken broth, 8 ounces of
yeah, this
yummy,
is going to be the ingredient.
It's cream cheese, but it's
chive
and onion.
Cream cheese, and
a half a cup of chicken broth and
2 cups of fresh spinach.
Spinach and pepper and Parmesan. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm doing something different this year.
Okay.
Have you?
Okay, let me remind them. We're in February talking about Christmas, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So, you know what a charcuterie tray is, right? With the salami and the cheeses and the crackers and the nuts and all of that. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, people, because of COVID, are making charcuterie boxes. Okay, so you get this really cute box and you see through it and everything. Well, for Christmas, for all of the adults, instead of buying them stuff, because I went to my son's, I had bought him a tumbler, and then I saw in his cabinet he had 25 tumblers. So I'm buying stuff now that maybe they don't need. So I'm making everyone charcuterie boxes, all the adults, to take home after Christmas, because you go home and you want something to eat and you don't feel like cooking, so they'll have all kinds of snacky foods.
Okay, and I am on your list, right?
Well, sure, if you want to be.
Of course.
Yeah.
Well, that's a great idea.
That's for the adults. For the kids, of course, I'm shopping differently, but for the adults, that's what I'm doing.
What is it that causes you to be driving down the road and you suddenly remember that Christmas day when your kid was 5 or 6 years old? Does that ever happen to you?
I'm always thinking about
I thought
Christmas.
about Michael, and he wanted a big bruiser. That was a big truck, and boy, we got it. We got it. And,
Nice.
and we were putting it under the tree, and here he comes out. He's real sleepy. And I said, Michael, it's not time to get up yet. And he said, I thought I heard a ho, ho, ho.
Oh.
Isn't that priceless?
I love that.
And he never knew. He didn't know the next morning he'd been up. But
I love that.
those memories sometimes hit you at the
fun.
weirdest times.
Right. Well, I'm always thinking about Christmas. In fact, today, while we're taping, is February 25th, which means exactly 10 months to Christmas.
Yes, you better get out and get it done.
Okay, so
Okay.
I'm doing a half a cup of broth. If anybody wants to see the charcuterie boxes, I have pictures. Just send
do
me
you have them with you?
Well, no, just send me an email or go
okay.
on my fan page, and I'm happy to share.
And we can bring them on a program.
Yeah.
in the future.
Okay, so that was chicken broth and the chive and onion cream cheese. Now that I've talked way too long, can I have some pepper, please?
And
Thank you.
the pasta's already cooked.
Yep, we're gonna toss that in there. I'm just gonna do a little bit of pepper.
That looks like a lot of pepper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just melting the cream cheese. I'm gonna throw the spinach in. I'm gonna toss the linguine in, and we're gonna be ready. Okay.
All right. Is there a certain order? Do you do the spinach next? Or?
Do the spinach next, yep,
Okay.
and then the Parmesan is for on the top after we put it on
And then
the
you
plate.
want to simmer just a little bit. I don't think too
don't
much.
speed cook. I'm speed cooking because we have an amazing guest to get
We
to.
do.
We love Deborah Ray, and I'm sorry that you're one of us. I'm so sorry.
I told her a while ago, I said, I have a sister in Boca and I have a sister in California. Where we talked, she said, well, what does Deborah Ray say about it?
Yes.
So we have her
She's our
has
go-to.
fame far and wide.
She is our go-to. So this is just wilting down a little bit, and then I'm going to put the pasta in. You can taste it, and then get over to Deborah Ray.
I'll ask her, but this looks pretty it's pretty healthy.
This looks, I mean, cream cheese, but it
Well, it could
smells
be a lot
good.
worse,
It
we
could
know
be
that.
so much worse. And pasta, I don't think is healthy.
I am anxious to taste that
I
cream
love
cheese
pasta.
with chive and onion. That's probably
Yeah.
going to give that a kick. That
I would eat pasta every day if I could fit through a door after I was done. Carbohydrates
how wide are your doors?
No, carbohydrates like me. They stay.
They
Once I
love
eat
you.
them, they just stay. I'm just going to toss a little bit of this for
Yes,
you.
this is actually a half a pound, but we're going to.
I'm just going to do this so I can get you some, and then I'll toss the rest of it.
Okay.
Yeah. But I want to get you some so you can taste it.
Okay.
Don't forget the Parmesan on top.
Yes.
Let me get you a healthy spinach. There you go. There you
Oh, there
go.
we go.
Put a little Parmesan on top.
That was 2 full cups.
Yes.
Maybe you could put a little more in if you wanted.
There we go. That's a good. I lost it.
Let's see.
And no meat, so it's a meatless one.
Ah.
It's how you save money on meal cooking is to have meatless dinners sometimes.
Boy, that's a winner.
So good, right? That chive and onion, so good.
That's what does it. And it's a nice consistency. It's plenty moist, but
It's an
Not
easy way
runny.
to add flavor. That chive and onion.
it's a well, we kind of specialize in odd recipes. You know, we
Yes.
did one with balsamic and
Strawberries.
rosemary,
Yes.
rosemary and a lollipop. All right. If you want this recipe, I highly recommend it. I'm going to take some home for supper tonight. Information is coming up on your screen. There are several ways you can get it. Just choose the one that is the most convenient for you. And if you haven't met Deborah Ray, I think you're going to really enjoy what she has to say. So stay right there with us.
If you would like a copy of today's recipe, you may receive it by contacting us through social media as listed on the screen. When requesting a copy through the mail, be sure to include a self-addressed stamped envelope. Thank you, and please know we always appreciate hearing from our viewers.
All right, she's back, and we're glad to see you. Glad to have you back.
to be
How are
here.
things going?
Great, thank you.
You're busy with some different ministries, and someday when the time is right, we're going to put the spotlight on that. But
The Lord has been laying on my heart. Yes, yes.
I mentioned we're going to talk about the COVID. We did the last time you were here. I think a lot of people have questions about the vaccine, and they're getting them out. A lot of criticism on that.
Right.
A lot of people have a lot of things to criticize about. I love our governor, Ron DeSantis.
Yes.
So
Yes.
they had the vaccines going out in one county, and this county got mixed up, or somebody got upset. And he said, well, if you don't want it, we'll take it over here to this other county. I thought, God bless you. Quit trying to pacify
I
all
heard
the
today, he was talking about
grouchy
somebody who
people.
was criticizing him. He said, well, that's just stupid. Thank you for
I
being,
just love him because he didn't lock our state down. And we're better than some and no worse than
exactly.
those who locked everything up and destroyed
Our
their
churches
economy.
are open.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, shall we talk about politics for a while? Okay, the vaccine's been out, month or 6 weeks or so?
Mm-hmm. They started before Christmas.
What are you hearing about it?
That people are experiencing reactions. The rate may be alarming for some because they say the rate of people having reactions to, example, the flu vaccine is about 38%. People have a little soreness, a little pain, maybe a little fever, a little achiness. But for the COVID vaccine, it's 75%. And why this hasn't been serious, except in a small number of cases, we are the experiment with this. So you really need to educate yourself, talk with your practitioner.
So the real serious ones have been pretty low.
Yes.
Considering
Yes.
as quickly as they
And the
got it
millions
done.
of people and millions of doses that have been given. Yes.
What are the characteristics that are really similar between COVID and the flu?
Of course, fever, chills, sore throat, aches. So there are some similarities with all that flu, all that viral family.
Well, do you think there's a percentage of them that had the flu and they said it was COVID?
Quite possibly. Quite possibly, yes.
Now, some information that you sent to me, it's important to maintain a healthy lifestyle, and that food and exercise
Yes.
will
yes.
help to protect you.
Absolutely, because we are now finding ourselves at a complete disadvantage in this country. It's because of the underlying conditions that we have all too many people who carry too much weight around their middle, blood sugar problems, heart disease problems. You fare worse for any condition, much less COVID. So you need to do all the things that we know to do. Minimize your sugar. A teaspoon of sugar can immobilize, just because paralyze your white blood cells that fight infection. So minimize the sugar, regular activity, fruits and vegetables, anti-inflammatory. So all the things that Mother taught us have science to back them up, and they work.
That's one thing that the news has kept right out in the forefront, and thank God for it, and that term, underlying conditions.
Yes.
If you have one of those, you're far more susceptible.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I've read a lot, and I've increased my vitamin D. They talk a lot about vitamin D and COVID, so
Absolutely.
I don't.
People with low vitamin D do much worse. Of course, vitamin D we now know to be so important in our overall immune response. So you want to optimize vitamin D, particularly at this time of the year when so much of the U.S. isn't getting sunshine. And of course, so many of us avoid sunshine, don't get it in our diet because we don't get things like castor oil anymore, like our mothers did.
Is that the only source, really, is the sun?
That's what, other than our diet, yes, yes. There are precursors in our skin that the sunlight turns into vitamin D. So it's a combination of moderate sun exposure, probably about 10 to 20 minutes, not in the heat of the day, so before 10 a.m. or after 2 p.m., and trying to get it from dietary sources, good fats as well.
What dietary sources are really high in D?
The fish oils, the omega-3 fish oils, you can get some from krill, the vegetable sources as well. But we used to wean children from breast milk to castor oil. And of course, we've not done that in a long time. And we see
That would have been a source.
that would have been a source. And now we see so many Americans, thanks to the National Health and Nutrition Examinations surveys, that the vast majority of Americans are vitamin D deficient.
Yes, I take Dr. Young's shake every morning. I am addicted to it. So if you're going to have an addiction, that's not bad. Is that oil
Yes.
in that?
Yes. That's the good oil.
Uh-huh.
Good source of making vitamin D. And of course, we now know, we're going to talk a little bit about the brain, that vitamin D, again, is correlated with better brain function.
Mm-hmm. And I take the capsules besides.
Yes,
So.
yes.
Can you take too much?
I mean, theoretically, I mean, your body stores fat, so you don't want to go overboard.
Mm-hmm.
But we get so little in our diet, and we don't get the good ratio of omega-3 and 6 and 9 that we tend to get, sources that promote inflammation. So we could do a lot better.
Okay. There's 2 vaccines, Pfizer and Moderna,
Right now.
seem to be 90 to 95% effective. That's not bad for as fast as they had to
That's an
bring
amazing
it into
accomplishment.
fruition. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
And then there's another one coming out, I guess, from Johnson & Johnson,
Right.
which requires only 1 shot.
Right.
We don't know much about that one yet.
Not yet, not yet. Of course, the amazing thing is everybody wondered about, why they had to keep it so cold. And of course, that was part of the challenge with distributing the vaccine. It's because that vaccine doesn't have any adjuvants in it. It doesn't have aluminum, it doesn't have mercury, so it has to be kept very, very
Praise
cold
God for that, huh?
to preserve it. Absolutely. I think that's a point in its favor.
That's wonderful.
Yes.
Well, also you can comment how quickly they just brought it about,
Amazing.
seemingly in weeks. But also America, and I asked people on here more than once to pray for our researchers and our doctors, because when they need something like this, they can build on what they already know.
We don't teach it to our children anymore, and it's sad because America is exceptional in so many ways, and we are so blessed by our Lord and Maker, and it just speaks to that.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Some diseases have just been wiped out,
Right.
and
Right.
I think the Lord directs the way to find those components and those mysteries about these things, and thankful for it. Okay, we're going to talk about the brain. I wanted to read you this because we are seeing signs of dementia all much younger. I don't know where I got this, so I give you credit for it, but when you're dealing with a person with dementia or Alzheimer's, agree, never argue, divert, never reason, distract, never shame. We really need to hear these people. Reassure, never lecture. Reminisce, never say remember. Repeat, never say I told you. Do what they can do, never say I can't. Ask, never demand. Encourage, never condescend. And reinforce, never force.
Nice.
If you want a copy of this, write to me. I'll send it to you, or email will get it to you. I think it's something that needs to get out, because you can lose your patience
Yes.
with
Yes.
someone with dementia.
Right. Right. But it's truly the compassionate approach to many conditions. And we should all read and ponder on that. Absolutely.
Because I saw my mother go downhill, and
It's tough.
it is
tough on the
really
family.
frustrating.
Yeah, yeah.
She lived to be 100, and I think the last 3 or 4 years, it's very, very, very difficult.
But now, science tells us that maybe as much as 40% of dementia and memory loss and these brain degenerative conditions like Alzheimer's may be related to our lifestyle choices. Because we are more inflammatory because of our diet, because of our inactivity, because we don't get fruits and vegetables like we used to. Things like smoking, obesity, blood sugar problems, even air pollution. Of course, they say it's worse indoors than it is outdoors.
Oh, that's awful.
Of course, we're so blessed to live in Florida, where this time of the year, being outdoors is a real treat. And air
Hasn't
pollution.
it been beautiful here the last few days? We don't
Yes.
want you to come, by the way, but it's really nice here
Very
right
nice.
now.
But negatively impacts our brain, air pollution. Who knew?
Yes, I read that somewhere, and also a lot of people are on so many medications.
Yes.
Dr. Young, whom you know well, he's been instrumental in getting some of his patients off of as many as 23 a day.
If you look at the national statistics, the average person over the age of 65 takes 30-some medications at some point during the year. Somebody's taken yours and somebody's taken mine, which is pretty shocking that we think that that's normal. It's not normal. Medicine's important when used wisely, not to take for the rest of your life.
The one, to me, that I have a big question mark, and I'm not an authority, so I don't have a medical diploma hanging on the wall, but I don't know if it's true right now, but recently, within the last decade, cholesterol medication, I think it was Lipitor, was the #1 drug in the world. And I've had enough guests on here to educate me that cholesterol, your brain needs cholesterol.
Right, absolutely.
So there has to be a fight going on there.
Right. We have seen physicians who themselves have been prescribed statin drugs and known that they've lost their memory completely. Thankfully, most of them, when they stop taking the statin drugs, their memory returns.
Really?
Yes.
Well, that's good.
But we're seeing with the British National Health Service, of course, that's all computerized, so they have all those records, that there's a higher incidence of diseases like ALS, some of these brain dystrophies, muscular dystrophies, because of the use of statin drugs. So again, we are the experiment, because we haven't seen this out long enough in enough generations to know what that means. But we certainly see more cataracts, more memory loss.
More cataracts?
Yes, yes.
Whoa.
Yeah. And muscle aches and pains.
This is the way I approach it. If I'm offered a prescription, I do a little homework myself and find out, because I would think about a medical doctor, that there's probably a protocol. If a patient has this, and this, I'm just guessing, but if he has that, you do that, because of their responsibility.
You said it well. And if this, then that.
Yes. Yes.
But you're right. There are lifestyle choices, dietary choices that are as effective as the statin drugs without the side effects. It's called the portfolio diet. It was research at the University of Toronto, worked as well as the statin drugs without any of the negatives.
The portfolio diet. I have never heard of that.
Yes.
I guess you could go on the internet and find it.
Yes. Or pick up scripture. It's what, it's eating what God intended to.
Yes.
It's not processed foods, not hydrogenated fats and fried foods. Yes.
Well, a couple things I do because of my age, and I know all the possibilities. I exercise every day, at least 30 minutes, and I do a couple crossword puzzles at night. I enjoy it. I guess it'd be hard to do things you don't really enjoy, because my diet's not perfect. It's not bad. It's not bad, but it's not perfect. It's not real rigid. So,
but the key is to keeping your brain active. Indeed, we find people in their 90s. I was always amazed by Jack LaLanne and Dr. Abram Hoffer and so many of those giants who continued to practice or teach into their late 90s.
Yes, like Jack LaLanne was such an inspiration. But is it because the exercise pumps the oxygen to your brain that you just stay a little sharper?
Well, not only was exercise important to him, diet and supplementation, but he was old school. He used blackstrap molasses and brewer's yeast for his supplements.
Really? That would be hard to get down.
Yes, but tried to eat the Mediterranean diet, was exercised every day, and until he was 96, I got to interview him, I think 3 months before he passed, and you would have thought that he was 60. His brain was sharp and active. He had the same waist size as he had had when he was age 25, didn't wear glasses, and he attributed it to making...
There's the proof.
Yes,
proof
making
right
wide
there.
lifestyle choices.
I used to watch him when television was black and white, and he exercised with a chair and something else.
The first one to have a television program about exercise, yes. Yeah.
It's not rocket science, it's discipline.
No. Yes.
It's absolute discipline.
Right.
It's what's required. Right. the benefits of the omega-3 supplements, what are those?
Those are our fish oil, if you use the animal source. There are vegetable sources like krill oil, and our bodies need these good fats. Every cell in our body is made of these good fats. Our brain is over 70% of good fats, and they're anti-inflammatory. They certainly help our immune response.
What does omega-3 mean? That's not 3 different supplements, is it?
No, no. Omega refers to the different fatty acids that are composed in that. And there's 3 different main types: omega-3, 6, and 9 fatty acids that are composed of our cells. And that's, of course, one of the main reasons that Dr. Young speaks about how that Young shake, the combination of protein and the good fat emulsified, changes the cell membrane. And people with blood sugar problems no longer have them. People with high blood pressure no longer have it when they remake that cell membrane with good protein and good fat.
If someone went to a vitamin store and they asked for the omega-3, there are capsules you can...
Yes, yes. Know that the capsules have preservatives in them. Not necessarily bad, but I prefer to take mine in a liquid form. It works with the shake because then you don't have the preservatives. So probably a good idea just to take a look at it and consider and make the choice that's best for you.
Absolutely. I had read when my daughter was a cancer victim, praise God, she survived for 20 years now, and we're going to run out of time, but I had read about that combination, and it was cottage cheese with oil, and I could just throw up thinking about it. But she did it because we didn't have the Young shake.
Right.
And she had a puppy dog that was just moping around, and that little dog ate it and became full of life again. So it's the combination of protein and oil, and we offer from time to time that shake. I swear by it. That's the truth. Well, we are out of time, so we haven't finished, but she doesn't live far away. We'll have her come back. These are things to think about. You know, God gave us a lot of knowledge, and it keeps coming, new knowledge to us and all, and might as well use it, feel better, and live longer. Please join me next time, remembering there's no higher calling than that of a homekeeper. God bless you.
If you should miss a Homekeepers program, you can catch up by going to www.ctnonline.com. Click on CTN Programs and then on Homekeepers.